From October to December of last year, 2023, I've been attempting a hardcore Nuzlocke of the ROM hack known as Fire Red Omega, the first in a line of hacks from the creator Drayano. This is my 18th attempt. If you're watching this, you probably already know how Nuzlockes work, but just to recap the rules, you can only use the first Pokemon found in each route. If a Pokemon faints, it dies, no items allowed in battle, and level caps. Before anyone asks, yes, I use rare candies to reach said level caps. I'm not trying to waste my time grinding every member of my team. So with all that taken care of, let's get into it. With our options of starters, I pick Elekid and name him Spruce. We proceed to beat up our rival Smoochum before officially starting this Nuzlocke. Entering Route 1, I catch my very first encounter, a male Nidoran named Quark. Moving forward, I grab Hickory, a Gift Trico, Poplar, the Metapod, Cottonweed, the Mareep, and Fur, the Skitty. Because I am no coward, I challenge our rival on Route 22. Spruce takes out Zubat and leers Smoochum before Fur comes in to finish the job. Moving through Viridian Forest, we enter Pewter and grab Mangrove the Mudkip, before gearing up for the battle with Brock. Between Hickory and Mangrove, we are able to make quick work of Geodude, Kabuto, Rhyhorn, and Almanite. Fur and Spruce tag team Vulpix, and with some smart switches, Mangrove comes out to defeat Onix and win the battle. Entering Mount Moon, I use Repels to force an encounter with a level 17 Bagon, but after running out, I end up with a Numel. After exiting the cave, I fish up Sequoia the Whalmer and catch Maple the Oddish. With our newly acquired Ball Whale, I am able to roll out my way through the rival battle without any issues. While preparing for the upcoming gym battle against Misty, I obtain Elm the Cyndaquil and Catalpa the Ralts. I fully evolve Maple all the way to Bellossom, teach them Bullet Seed, and immediately overlevel them. Now my best grass type move is Absorb. So yeah, let's see how this battle goes. Spruce uses Thunder Punch to make quick work of Staryu, Psyduck, and Seadra. Tragically, the first death of the run befalls to Cedar, who hits themselves in confusion against Lovedisc. Cottonweed comes out to finish off Lovedisc and tag team with Spruce to take down Starmie. Poplar and Hickory deal with Togetic in a similar fashion. So with a freshly evolved Electabuzz, Nidoking, and Quilava, I board the SS Anne and battle our rival again. Spruce makes quick work of Golbat and Granbull. Catalpa takes out Kadabra and Elm and deal with Jinx with a Flame Wheel or two. After a quick back rub, the captain thanks us with a gift of Cut. Before the battle against Surge though, we managed to catch all of the Diglett, who will stay a Diglett, because I caught them at the level cap, so they cannot evolve before the battle. Up against Surge, Olive takes out Flaffy, Hydrangea cuts through Chinchou, Mangrove defeats Manectric and Jolteon before Cork comes out to charge through Raichu and Magneton to earn our third badge. Traveling around between Lavender and Celadon, I pick up some more encounters along the way, including Ginkgo the Tyrogue, who luckily has higher attack right off the bat, so a Hitmonlee is in the future, as well as Pear, our Dratini from the Celadon Game Corner. With our team all set, Erica is next on the list. Fig censors Victory Bell. Snakewood unfortunately cannot match Ludicolo and drowns to Surf. Ginkgo comes out and breaks through both Ludicolo and Blissey. Quilava burns Jumpluff and Blossom as Fur comes out to freeze Vileplume. With the Rainbow Badge in hand and fully evolving Mangrove and Hickory, I go back to the game corner to fight Giovanni. Hickory easily takes down Rhyhorn and Vibrava. Ironwood shocks Mightyetta and Oak comes out to deal with Kangaskhan, only to die to a Double Edge. It's been 18 attempts in, and I still do not understand this AI. Ginkgo emerges to chop through Kangaskhan and Persian before Hickory re-emerges to end Kingler. With the Sylph Scope in hand, Pokemon Tower is the next location, as well as the same location as our next rival battle. So I shift around the team and enter. Ironwood sparks Golbat, and Elm burns Kadabra. Trying not to take a risk, I switch against Jinx, only to lose Camerupt, Girafarig, and Persian. I realized that could have entirely been avoided by just using Flamethrower from the start. Mangrove makes quick work of Flaffy and Houndoom, and the match is over. Traveling up the tower, I catch Whitebark the Ghastly, rescue an old man who gives me a flute, use said flute to catch Redwood the Snorlax, and fly over the cycling road to make my way to Fuchsia. Kicking off the battle against Koga, I lead Catalpa. Weezing goes down quickly as Elm burns down Venomoth and Fortress. Catalpa returns to deal with Tentacruel, and a gamble goes wrong when Crobat ends Catalpa with a crit Shadow Ball. Fortunately, Ironwood comes out to take down Crobat, and Olive swiftly shatters Electrode to win the battle. With preparations made, I head to Silphco for another match with our rival. Spruce takes out Crobat, Mangrove takes a few hits before wiping Houndoom and Ampharos. Alakazam comes out and is not an issue. Why? Well, for some reason in this battle, Alakazam has a choice scarf and loves to use Trick. So if you have no item, Alakazam is just locked into using Trick for the remainder of battle. So a Shadow Ball from Redwood is enough to take out both Alakazam and Jinx. Moving deeper into the building, I find Giovanni and face off against him for the second time. Mangrove shakes the ground to take out Houndoom and Nidoking. A Surf drowns Rhydon and Flygon. Spruce zaps down Cloyster. Persia manages to survive a flamethrower only to take itself out with double-edged recoil. After winning, I get the Master Ball, and spoiler alert, I never use it. Anyway, now it's time for Sabrina. Despite setting up a Reflect, Mr. Mime and Gardevoir eventually go down to Redwood. After Reflects are down, Redwood gets through Espeon and Gengar. Plum is used as fodder so Elm can come in and finish the battle with Flamethrower. Surfing over to Cinnabar, I organize a new team and start training. It is during this time when I learn that the Ghastlies in the Pokemon Mansion have Destiny Bond. I learned this when Lehua, my Macargo, luckily hits itself in confusion. As for what happens next, I'm just gonna let the footage speak for itself. Alright. No. No! I was just saying it too. Yeah, it's a sad day. So I grab Pear and keep going. The sacrifices, despite entirely being my fault, will not be in vain. With all that in mind, I face off against Blaine. Lehua slides Arcanine with Pear surfing Typhlosion. Mangrove deals with Solrock, and Olive takes out Ninetales and Blaziken. Magmar just barely manages to hang on, and after their long stay and aiding us in battle, Olive goes down in a blazing fire blast, like the true glass cannon they are. Pear then comes in to finish things off and earn us the Volcano Badge. After dealing with some missing kid in a forest, I face Giovanni in his final form, Gym Leader. The last time I was here was attempt number 9, and I died to sandstorm damage. Let's not have a repeat, so with a deep breath, I start the battle. Whitebark takes out Flygon and just misses the KO on Cacturne. Ginkgo comes out to finish the job, and Persian stands no chance. After Pear does some work on Swampert, Hickory then comes out to finish it off and take out Rhydon and Tyranitar, earning our 8th and final gym badge. But before I can take on the Elite Four, I need to battle our rival one more time. With the recently obtained Magnet, Spruce Thunderbolts Crobat hits a Psychic on Venusaur before getting put to sleep, so Pear comes out to finish the job. With Alakazam coming out, I switch into the Foddermon for the battle, Mulberry, to take the hits and clear the way for Whitebark to Shadow Ball both Alakazam and Jinx. With Houndoom comes Pagoda for his debut Surf battle before Mangrove comes out to finish with Ampharos. And with that battle over, I can now travel through Victory Road and challenge the Elite Four. With our team built, consisting of Spruce, Pear, Mangrove, Elm, Hickory, and Whitebark, I enter our first battle. Against Lorelei, Electabuzz is able to Thunderbolt through Dugong, Slowbro, Melodic, Walrein, Wigglytuff, and Lapras. 1 down, 3 more to go. Facing off against Bruno, Elm blazes through Steelix. Pear takes out Donphan and Machamp while Mangrove deals with Armaldo. Whitebark blasts through Hitmontop and Spruce cleans up and bolts Poliwrath. Now, it's time for the battle I've been the most afraid of, Agatha. Both of Agatha's Gengar and Misdreavus have Destiny Bond, so I need to one-shot these Mons or use strategic switches to avoid them. And on top of that, Misdreavus is also a Perish Trapper, meaning she will mean-look a Pokemon in and proceed to Perish Song and switch out herself on the 3rd turn. Not scary at all. So let's jump into it. Whitebark shreds through Shedinja and Hypno. Her Crobat puts Spruce and Pear out of commission as Hickory finishes the bat. Elm scorches Gengar and Misdreavus as Mangrove wraps everything up by taking out Sableye. And with Agatha finished, that leaves Lance and his dragons. Before the battle, I teach Pear Ice Beam and go in. Pear freezes both Salamence and Dragonite. Mangrove comes in to sweep through Aerodactyl and Charizard. Whitebark chips away at Gyarados as Pear reemerges to freeze Lance's last Dragonite. And here we are, the championship match. No time like the present, right? My hands are sweating, my body is shaking, and my stomach's turning. Let's do this. Leading Pear, Heracross is taken out by Fly. When Jinx enters, I switch to Elm, who takes an Ice Beam before retaliating with a critical hit Flamethrower. Metagross comes out only to fall to a critical hit Flamethrower as well. On Ampharos, I bring in Mangrove, who unfortunately gets burned by a Fire Punch. Eventually though, they go down as well. With the appearance of Venusaur, I bring Pear back out, who immediately gets poisoned by Frenzy Plant. While taking damage every turn, the beast survives on a sliver of health from Fly, as Pear drops to yellow health. 2 Ice Beams finish off Venusaur as Houndoom comes out, and Pear is on his last legs. Getting this far, not losing anyone in these battles, I am set on not letting anyone go down. I switch Pear out and bring in Spruce, our starter. He enters and gets hit by a critical hit Crunch, which triggers Static to paralyze the Hellhound, but a Lumberry cures that right away. Looking at my options and what else I can do, I need to slow this dog down, allowing someone to come in and finish it. I can't gamble for a crit here. I've done the math. So Spruce Thunderwaves to paralyze the dog one more time as he's shot down by a Fire Blast. Mangrove is able to come in next and surf away Houndoom and bring victory. But victory is no grand celebration, but a quiet, somber feeling of accomplishment and loss. So as we travel back home, remembering all those lost along the way, I make a stop by the Pokemon Center to say one final goodbye to the one who started it all, and with his exit, brings this challenge officially to a close.